to talk all things going live. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. Come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you go live with confidence and ease, friends. So, we are talking all things live streaming. This is my 10 o'clock live. Let me know if you have any questions as we get ready to go live and chat about how to build your community, how to grow, how to build wealth, as well as how to stream and connect with your target audience. Okay, so come on in, friends. Again, this is my 10 o'clock live. Setting up my screen here. You know, I had to do the setup in the beginning. Make sure I'm connecting with all of you. And so I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions. For housekeeping and rules of engagement, I tell you guys to like the live, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you don't mind clicking that subscriber button, as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you all joining the live. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is where you learn about how to live stream and how to build community, how to build your brand, and ultimately how to monetize. All right. So we are going to co-stream. We're going to co-stream on the TikTok side. So I'm going to go over there very shortly. We're going to go over to TikTok. We're going to connect over there. And so I will chat with you all over there and connect. And this will become a playlist where you can go back and review the things we're talking about here. And then obviously how to connect. Okay, so I'm going to make sure my sound is working. Sound check is good. We got a solid sound check. Let me make sure my um, system is working as well. I had to charge my phone. And so we're going to get going in just a few minutes. Hopefully you guys are doing well on this Wednesday morning. All is well for you all. And then I tell you guys all the time, I want to make sure that I am supporting you. So today we're going to talk a little bit about a webinar I attended where I learned a little bit more about some updates for 2026, some goals for the year. So I'm really excited about that. And so there's definitely a lot of growth and opportunity to be made. A lot of growth in these TikTok streets and beyond. So I'm really excited about all the things to come. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then always like to answer questions. Hey, excited about that. I missed it. Hey, friend, how are you? How's everything going? What you mean? What did you miss? Excited about what? I missed it. Oh, excited to tell you guys. Okay, I misread what you wrote. Excited to tell you guys about the webinar I attended. So yesterday, I was busy yesterday. I was like super busy. so I was only able to do my 10 o'clock live. And then my YT people, you guys haven't seen me since Monday. I did Monday's live, but you guys didn't see me on Tuesday at all. So I am back to normal, but I do have some updates, some information I'm gonna share here. I'll share a little bit today, probably will be the day I'll talk about it. And then when we do our Zoom, I'll probably go a little deeper. You said, oh, fun. Oh, fun. So I'll go a little deeper, but yeah, we'll talk today and I'll share some stuff. Correct step. You said correct steps, children. Oh, the YT. The YT. The YT. You guys are my favorite. If I was to have a favorite, since I'm not on TikTok right now, you guys are my favorite. How are you guys doing? Everyone joining me, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. You said I'm kidding. So am I. No, I'm just kidding. Give me a thumbs up to say that you like the live. Also, click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content so you guys can be up to speed. My YT friends, you guys don't communicate enough. I need y'all to be like, hey, how you doing? It's me. I'm here. I'm back. I'm listening. I need that type of engagement. That's what I'm hoping to get. We're building that. We are growing that type of engagement where you guys are like, hey, do you remember my name? So I think there's only a few that show up that are becoming more regulars, and they pop in like once a week. So we got to get y'all on a regular cadence. The lighting is dope. This what this was a good change. It turns out that okay, wait a sec. It turns out the ones on TikTok is not exactly the same ones you have. I need yours. Oh, really? It's not the same. I haven't found another one. It's funny you say that. The one, did you purchase the one that I had on my shop and it sold out? Let me know if you purchased that one. The one I have is, like you said, is from the Zon. Um, Message me and I'll send it to you. I'm gonna try my best. I'll put it inside. What do you call it? The school platform, because I think other people are gonna want it too. But yeah, that's the one I have. It should be the same though. Did you get the one from my shop the other day when I pinned it? I don't know if you had gotten it that day. It's sold out though, so whoever got it, they got it all. Like yours have a switch, mine doesn't, and they only work on USB. Yeah, mine is. Let me. I just unplugged it. Mine is a USB. Oops, it's only on USB. The USB cord. Let me move it. Will it do it? I'm moving it too much. It does have a switch. Let me show you. See, it does have a switch here on the cord. It does have a switch, and I think I just messed up my lighting because I moved it. But yeah, so it does have a switch on the cord. It is only USB. Did that do it? That might have done it. We'll see. I might have moved it too much, but we'll see. Yeah, so it definitely has a switch on the cord. It definitely is USB. It does have this type of remote. So those are the features. Okay. No, I got it from HoloQ last month sometime. Yes, mine doesn't have the switch. Also, like yours goes off. Yeah, it does. So HoloQ said hers was like a first generation. I think she got the one I have now. I think she said something about having an upgrade. She had put that in the chat the other day. So I think she has the newer model. Hers was the one that was in her shop might have been the first generation. Oh, makes sense. Yeah. I think she did say that she got an upgrade. But this one now when I go back and look at it on TikTok, there's a different remote that's throwing me off. So I don't know if it's the same device, but there definitely is a little bit of this weird remote-like feature. Yeah, because the box is also different. Yeah. I think there's different sellers, but I think the device is the same for the most part. I gotta fix my light. I think that's something to kind of be aware of. Let's see. Did that do it? No, that moved it too much. Okay. So I gotta pay attention to how I position it sometimes. So yeah, there may be different sellers, but I'll sing you. Let me know. I'll sing you the one I have in the Zon. It'll be interesting hearing people who got it from the one from TikTok shop, because I'm gonna get another one because I hear they don't last forever. So I'm hoping we can get a few. I can get a couple months out of it. Flourish was using hers as a nightlight, so it was running like 10 hours a night, she said. And so for that reason, she said it lasts for 30 days, but she was using it, obviously overusing it. And again, I'm not sure if she had the first generation or second one or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure which model she had, but I want another one just in case it does go out sooner than later. I mean, obviously, there's no way to replace the light bulb. If it goes out, it goes out. It's almost like a ring light. Ring lights, we've had like 3 over the years. I've never used them here for my live stream, but my daughters had them, and they don't last long. Hers has not last long. I think she's been able to get like a couple months out of it, but they're typically done within, I wouldn't even say 6 months. I'm supposed to say maybe 3 to 4 months. So it just depends on how you're using them, but she's had to replace them a few times. And these are the ones where you can't replace the light bulb necessarily. So maybe that's, they're not the most expensive models out there. So, but yeah, it's just something to think about when you're dealing with like this type of technology. So I do like it though. I think it is. I apologize. I think it is a game changer when it comes to the lighting for the room, but then also I need to add some additional enhancements like my sound. They have my newer lights for years. I use them daily. Um, you said I've had my newer lights for years. What's the newer? Is that a brand name? You've had them for years, huh? Are you talking about like the ring? It's a ring light? Yeah, so we haven't had much luck with it. Um, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and go live. Oh, and they're square, but they're studio lights. Oh, okay. Oh, the box lights, the big studio lights. That's what I have. I think these are gonna be. That's gonna be a good purchase. They haven't gone out on me yet either. But I don't. Obviously, I'm not using them right now because of this whole setup with the lighting. So I may have to get back to it though. Excited here. With some seminar about what was about. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, yeah. So I'll share some updates about that. It's gonna require us to operate a little differently though. We have to do a little things a little different, but it is all good because we are growing. This is our growth season. I say it all the time. We are trying to grow. So let's do this. Okay, I'm setting up my lighting. All right, friends, thank you so much. I'm about to head over to the TikTok streets in a second. Um, I'll add my board after the fact. Don't need to add it on the front end. I still don't have those 3 gifts. Still do not have them. Kind of bummed about it. Okay, I am about to get started. Thank you all over here on the YT. Appreciate you all being here. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be moving a little quicker because I do have a 12 o'clock appointment. You said, did you see the TikTok AI bot in your messages? I do. Are you talking about the TikTok Takeo? Is that it? Takeo, Taako? Is that what you're talking about in my messages? In my inbox and also on my content. It's over there too. Yes. It's on the like in my feed. So if there's someone's content, I think there was somebody who was doing um videos on it was like a video about cooking, and they would give tips where you can get the equipment and all this other stuff, and you wanted more about the topic. Yeah, it's like it's literally a bot. Yeah. Um, Pretty interesting. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking all things live streaming. So come in, let me know if you have questions about how to go live, how to become a live host, how to live stream, get live streaming tips. Come in, let me know if you have questions. I want you to go live with confidence and ease. Thank you so much, pals, coming over so quickly to see the live. I appreciate your friend. Thank you for the support. We're going to get to sharing out the live and also tapping the screen so we can share out with others to let them know we are live right now. So I appreciate the support. So come in. If you are new to my live, come in and support. We're going to get to talking and chatting in just a few minutes. So my connection over here on my phone was great. So hopefully it stays great on both devices. It's like, what does that mean? Your connection is great. So hopefully it stays great. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you all supporting the live. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Piles, for sharing out the live. Let me start sharing out my own live as well so we can get going. Hey, Natty Nat, how are you, friend? Hello, hello. Just added the live to my story. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Thank you all for coming through. We got some. I think I got some great updates to give. I think so. I don't know if y'all think so, but I think they're good. Um, and so we're gonna share some of these. Hold on one second. What is that? I was about to share out the live. I was like, something's on my head. What is it? What is it? Thank you for the tear. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support, friend. Those who are coming in, I appreciate everybody coming into the live. Thank you so much. As you guys come in, make sure you're sharing out the live if you don't mind supporting the live. That would be great. And then if you don't mind tapping the screen as well, we're going to share out the live and make sure our friends know we are live right now. Give me one second. I'm sharing out my own live. Let's see. And then today we're going to give an update from the Creator Network Summit. And I'll talk about that too. So that was webinar attended, so I'm sharing information with you all from it. So a couple things, some things I'll say for Zoom. We'll talk about it from a closed door meeting, our agency meeting. So, but I'll tease and share some stuff here so you guys kind of have a little bit of an insight on what's happening. And just share some statistics. I think it's always important to know what type of business model you're in, what you're participating in. So I want to make sure I'm sharing as much as possible in terms of some stats and stuff that were provided. So hopefully this is all good news, good information. It's definitely going to transform us and take us through 2026 in a very intentional way. So I'm excited for what's to come from that too. There's some things I'm gonna have to shift and change a little differently, but I think it's all for the better. So it is all good, you all. Thank you all for coming in. Hey, Luna. Luna, I'm excited. Today we go see each other. Appreciate you being here, friend. Dr. J, I see you as well. Thank you for those populars. Natty, happy Wednesday. Appreciate you as well. Unwritten Unstoppable, how you doing, friend? Thank you for joining the live. Others who are coming into the room, I appreciate your support as well. Terry, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Antoinette, how you doing as well? Thank you so much for being here. So those are people who you can see up here. So my new friends in the room, the box 1 and 2 are your people who are like the top viewers at this point. They're sitting as little bubbles outside the box so you can see them clearly. And then when you click here, you can see who are your top viewers. Thank you so much. Good morning, Unwritten Unstoppable. Good morning, Luna. So I appreciate everybody coming through. The other thing is, hi, Dr. Michelle, how you doing? Thank you for grabbing that Daily Heart Me. The other thing I want to point out is if you look at the number of people in the room, it also says, obviously it says how to become a top viewer, but it also gives insight into how you are how you do that engagement. How do you actually get there? So it comes from you liking the live. That's the hearts that are driving to the side. That's important because you get 3 points. That's how you get points on the side here. You'll see those numbers represent the points. One side represents what ranking you're at. The other side represents the points you've achieved in this live as a viewer. And so sharing the likes or putting those likes on the screen is a way to show your support for the live stream, but you also get points for that. Your comments also get you points, where if you put a comment in the comment box, any comments, whether you add stickers to it, whether you are talking to somebody else in the room, all of those comments matters. So you get 3 points, up to 3 points every 10 minutes as well. So you're accumulating points because of your engagement. So keep that in mind. You want to always pay attention to how to get points. This is a new view. They actually been broken down in terms of how the points are calculated and the rankings are showed. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to that. All right. Thank you all who are coming in. See the stickers coming out as well. So we are tapping. Flourish has a tip that she gives. She says 10K taps by 10 minutes. It helps to give the live a little bit of a boost. And so she said you want to get in the habit of practicing that. I know some of you guys are helping to tap. We're at 6K right now, and we are officially 6 minutes in, which based on that, the way the math is mathing, the way that equation is going, we should get there by 10 if we kind of keep on this pace. So we should be there close to 10 minutes, 10,000 taps by 10 minutes. Hi, Jennifer. How you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. Jennifer, I was out yesterday. I was traveling and stuff back home. And so I didn't get a chance to get by your live, but I'm gonna try my best to get by there today. What time are you going live? I think you're going daily right now. Let me know if you won't be live though. So let me know. We're at 7,007 minutes. We're gonna see we might hit the 10K but within the 10-minute time frame. We might be very close. Thank you everybody who's coming through. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Look, you said, let's go. I told Flourish I was going to try to keep up with it. Good morning, good morning. So what we're doing, we're testing out the whole 10K by 10 minutes theory. We'll see what happens. Definitely nothing happens overnight, so you got to keep going, keep trying to make sure you hit that. But that's important for the algorithm to know people are engaging and viewing. 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Okay, 10 a.m. 8 p.m. Eastern. So did you just wrap up a live or are you about to go live? I'm assuming Eastern, or are you referring to Central? Thank you so much for being here, guys. We are almost at 9K and we just hit 8 minutes. So we'll see what happens. I've joined your fan club 1 year. Dr. Michelle, look at you, friend. Look at here. That's awesome. That is awesome. What's your anniversary date again? Are you a March, April? I don't think beyond. It has to be the February, March, or April. I'm pretty sure of that. Thank you so much, Timor. Thank you for joining as well. Thank you for that daily. You heard me, it's Central Time Zone, so that's good to know. I'm Eastern, so that's good to know. So you're Central, and so 10 is 11 for you, or 11 for me rather, and 8 o'clock Central is 9 o'clock Eastern for me. So awesome. Thank you so much. Did we do it, y'all? We hit 10K, and it's 9 minutes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll stay on it, friends. We will stay on it. We will stay on it. So we did hit that goal. I told Flourish I was going to try my best to start paying attention to that goal as well. So that is her recommendation, to try to get that first 10K within that 10-minute time frame. See if that helps. Thank you for the hang of lights. I appreciate it, friend. See if that helps to get the room going, keep the room activated, and see if you get support from your viewers to help achieve that goal. And we clearly did, because my tapper, according to my tapper, it's only done, hey Black Lotus, it's only done 4,000 of those taps. It didn't do all of them. So it came from y'all too. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support in the room. So we'll see how this goes as you're practicing all things to kind of get your algorithm going. Nothing, not that it's going to happen overnight. I want to always preface that. Like, it doesn't happen instantly, but you do want to get in the habit of getting engagement from your room. People putting the comments in, connecting, sharing out your live, doing all those things. Because again, that's going to help with the visibility for your live stream. So continue to support in that way as well. You said you had fun last night. That's what it's all about. As long as you're having fun, friend. What did you do, a craft? What did you do last night? Let me know what you did last night. And so that's great that it's fun. Thank you for the populars. I appreciate you, Terry. Yeah, that's great, seriously, because you got to have fun doing this. You got to feel like this is for you. This is something you want to do to make sure you stay motivated to continue to show up. That's the whole thing about it. Did you decide to reinstall it and stuff? You know what? Because my point of contact was doing the seminar yesterday, I did not hear back on my questions yet. And so I'm hopeful today I'll get a response to some of my other questions. Um, so yeah. So matter of fact, I'm gonna send her a follow-up message because she did not. I sent those questions I think last Thursday, and I have not seen an answer yet. So I'm gonna send another message today and see if I can get her to follow up on my response and say, hey, did you see my questions? Um, so yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, I'm hopeful. Music and chat. So I haven't decided yet. I was gonna wait for her to respond back before I go there. But I think I'm okay with doing it. It's just a matter of I just wanted to kind of get a little bit more confirmation before I did it. But I think it's probably just the thing to do. Music and chat TV weird tips. Music and chat TikTok weird tips. Let me know more about that. Music is interesting. We're going to talk about music. So let's do it. Make sense. Thank you so much, Dr. Michelle. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, hey, Clinty, how are you, friend? Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. Thank you, Color and Gems. How are you, friend? With the radiant launch. Oh, and so many battles. Oh, you're battling too. Okay, so this is on my list of stuff to talk about. This is on my list. So thank you for saying that. You mentioned music and you mentioned the battle. So I'm going to talk about two things regarding both of those initiatives. Two initiatives that are being discussed. So yesterday I went to a Creative Network seminar that they had. So it was really helpful. It was a webinar. So um, I'm going to share some of the updates that they share. A lot of the stuff that was discussed was focused on agencies and thinking about some new accountability metrics that are rolling out. So I'll talk about that too. But I'll probably save some of this conversation for our Sunday meeting, so I just don't share it all here on TikTok. But I'll probably share some, save some of it. But I do want to talk about some other things that were like, updates for creators to start thinking about and initiatives that they can participate in. So, and all of this stuff is like gonna roll out throughout the year. So it's not necessarily right now, but you'll see this is almost like beginning of your conversation, beginning of your meeting that they had to kind of help us understand like, okay, here's some things that they're paying attention to, and here's some stats that have come out, and some things you want to know to make sure your agency is performing, accordingly. So all that stuff is what happened yesterday. So it was a really good meeting. It was a good conversation. Um, there was no, I guess I'll start with this. Who just came in? I missed it. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you all. Thank you for sharing out the live and supporting. If I did not say hello to you, welcome to the room. TikTok just gave me the flash goal. It is 8 roses. We got 8 roses. Thank you so much. If you don't mind sharing a rose with me, that would be awesome. It is 8 roses. So the roses are there as well. Thank you so much, everybody who is here. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for sending those roses. 2 more roses and we will have achieved the goal, y'all. So I appreciate that. The flash goal is something TikTok produces. I try to do it every time for the most part, unless it's like really ridiculous, like the heart me and I'm about to get off and stuff like that. So, but I do try to do it. I tell people it's important if you're getting that flash goal to try to participate in it at least 80% of the time. Okay. So if you get to the point where you're like, I get it and I always ignore it, I would probably encourage you to rethink that. Even if there's no one in your room, because you have 15 minutes to achieve it. So in the course of those 15 minutes, you could clearly achieve it because people can come in that time frame. You share your life out, you're talking, you're engaging with some of your regular followers, you can achieve it. Also try to do it as much as possible. Yeah, I think it's a good practice. Yeah, if you can try to do it, it's not a bad thing to do. I know it's frustrating and you often are like, okay, why am I doing this? So, but I think it's important to practice doing it more so than not. So at least TikTok is seeing that you're trying. So we'll see. We'll probably get some more friends in the room. Hey, Hallie Q, how you doing? How you doing, friend? So I was gonna start sharing some of the updates that I heard so that you guys know. So statistically, I want to start with some of the stats. They kind of always start with that up in the front on the front end anyway. Good morning. Good morning. Um, in the U.S., they said there is 8 million active creators. Okay, when we talk about live host creators, so we're talking about the live landscape. Okay, so I think overall accounts that are out there is like 170 million, some kind of stat like that. There's 8 million live active creators. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Um, and I guess the ones when you break that down, you have people who are going live on a regular basis and people who are actively doing it. And so out of those 8 million people, they were talking about from like a CN perspective, the creator networks. Hey Gracie, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. And this is like in this is in the US. So these are US numbers. That's what they mainly focused on. Thank you so much for the stickers. I see you, friend. Um, they said in agencies there's 300,000 that are within CN. So the agency numbers are not huge. You figure 8 million compared to 300,000, there's definitely a lot of growth opportunity when you think about people who are interested in going live, who are not with an agency and all the things. So that was kind of what the picture they were painting, just so that you kind of know what the two numbers represent. That, obviously there's people who are not participating yet. Um, Thank you, Trisha. Good morning. Good morning. Gracie, thank you as well. I think you guys gave me those roses to achieve the flash goal. Everyone, I appreciate the support. We got it. We got it. So I appreciate everyone supporting that flash goal. And so they were trying to give that perspective as well. They brought on in the last 2 years a lot of new networks. So there's more new than not. They said last year when they did the summit, it was only 800. This year is 2,000. So definitely a lot of growth has happened. So hey, how you doing, the original? Appreciate you being here, friend. Others who are coming in, thank you so much for joining. So yes, so definitely a lot of growth that is come from an agency perspective, a lot of growth opportunity when you think about individuals out there. Self-love extraordinaire. Susan, I love it. I love it. So Susan, so what happened? Remember what I told you when you changed your username, you gave yourself a username. Congratulations, Susan. So when you give yourself a username, official username, then you have to wait 7 days before you can change the name that we see in here. So you can change your name back to Susan. It can be self-love, extraordinaire. So however you want to do it. So just know you have in the next 7 days you can change that to whatever you want it to be. Okay, and that's the name we'll see in the live. Thanks. You're welcome. Look at you. I love that. Self-love extraordinaire. That is nice, friend. I love it. You reached level 12. Congratulations. Thank you for those radiant, radiant launch stickers, the Community Fest stickers. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate the support. So they were painting the picture of how there is a lot of creators out here, a lot of growth. They did not. I'm just gonna say with the elephant in the room, they did not talk about the new shiny app down the road. They did not talk about that at all. It was not a topic of discussion because I guess in their mind, why are we talking about them? They are non-consequential. They will not matter in a matter of months, so it doesn't even matter. Yes, that's what we're referring to, the other one down the road. Let me say this. I've been talking with some other agencies folks in my group chat and stuff, and they've been sharing some perspective. Nobody knows what's happening behind closed doors. It's low key garbage over there. Well, that's what they said. That's essentially what they said. They said that's not gonna last long, because there's not enough viewers. There's not enough viewers over there. There are A-leaguers that brought their communities over there, and that's it. You have those people who brought their communities with them, and they just have their communities. That's it. There's no new growth happening. People are not going over there because it's low-key garbage. So there's like it's not a viewer centered platform, and even for the creators, it's so many limitations. And apparently someone said the way it was set up too. So it is this is the thought that it is someone who was a former TikToker, obviously someone who has had, who's entrepreneurial. They had like 3 other platforms that was called different competing names. One was even called TT Backstage. So all that is part of what they've done in the past. They had a different app that they started and it got shut down pretty quickly because it was a straight copy. This one is obviously very copied as well. But the thinking is like, hey, it's not gonna last. And the whole 80/20 is just almost like when you think about an introductory rate, that's essentially what they're saying. They're saying that's not gonna last forever either because it's not profitable enough. So they're gonna shift that too. And then apparently there's a lot of people who are like, if you're not a big creator, you're not making anything. You're not getting anything from over there. It's not for you. It's for, the A leaguers, the B leaguers that are, able to bring their community over and support them over there as much as they support them here. But again, you're dealing with the limitations of the app being so new and not necessarily um, ready for, a large influx. So a lot of that is playing out and it's playing out in real time. So they're just thinking it's a matter of time before it fizzles out. So it is something to think about. If you do go over there, hey, I tell people all the time, you got to figure out what's right for you, what you want to do, what's your purpose. Is your purpose, when you think about the architect of a creator, you got creators who are here for the money, the income, want to make more money. You got the creators who are here for, maybe they want the fame. Maybe they want to be famous. They want to be TikTok famous and, go viral and do all the things. You got the creators who are also here who want to build community. So they're really focused on growth here in their community. And then you have the creators who really just want to be masters and have this kind of greater understanding of the app and how to be a content creator and all the things. So you have different archetypes here. And so when you think about that, what does it mean for how you're supporting creators and how you are supporting yourself in this growth? So was it all about the money? He said, I learned that too. So, so when you think about this time right now, you know, people are going over there obviously for the money. I think that's the main thing. I think there was some things about it, there are some things about it that make it a little bit more enticing. The video, the gifting and how the gifts look on the screen and stuff like that. But again, you gotta have viewers. This doesn't work without viewers. That's just the reality of it. You need to be able to feel like you're growing and building, whether it's 1 or 2 people in a room or hundreds. You got to have the viewers, and if you don't have the viewers, then it's not really going to be productive. So so I think that's what's happening now. People are like, well, wait a minute, there's nobody here but me, you know, and so people are feeling a lot of that right now. So you just got to be mindful of going there, knowing it's still new, and what does it look like for future growth for you, and if it is something you want to invest a lot of time and effort into. So that's just something I wanted to share. So some other statistics they gave, they said TikTok actually has 65% of the market share when it comes to streaming. 65%. So you have these other apps, the Twitch, the YT, um, some of the other ones, FB that they mentioned, and they're all like in single digits. So 8%, 5%, 6%, 12, what was it, 9%. And so they're all in single digits, whereas TikTok is in 65. And then there's, obviously IG and some other places that also stream, but they're like really, really low. But just know that they are kind of the top dog when we think about how people look at streaming, okay, and doing this live stream work. Thank you all who are coming in. If you are new to the live, say you're new, say hello. And if you're not, say hi as well. Appreciate you all coming in. If you don't mind sharing out the live as well, maybe repost as well as add it to your story. That's all under the arrow. You'll see the repost option. You'll see add to story option, as well as sharing it out to any of your groups or individuals, okay? The other way to share, and this is for some of my newer live hosts, if you press down on the middle of the screen, like my nose or my glasses, if you press down on the screen, another screen pops up, and that's how you can what they call power share. And so you can share it out to larger group of supporters. And then at the very bottom, you can actually even type different individual names that you can share it with as well. So those are power shares that you want to do. So you want to get in the habit of asking your audience, your viewers to help share it out, because that gives more visibility as well. So new eyes are being put on your live stream. Um, so those were some of the early statistics. So they talked about just streaming. Um, Another statistic that they gave, and this is like a payout description statistic they gave. They said payouts that they made in 2025 was 1.5 billion. I was like, wow, 1.5 billion was payouts that was made last year, just in terms of just strictly from the live streaming activity. So people, again, there's money to be made. People are getting paid from doing this. This is definitely something that people can leverage for passive, or depending on how you grow and how things build for you, even primary income. So it just depends on how you want to do it. You said, wow. Yeah, yeah. So this is a thing. This is a business model. It's not going anywhere, y'all. So I just want y'all to be clear about that. It is not going anywhere. All right. So you want to figure out how you can carve out a little piece of the pie for yourself. How do you build? How do you grow? How do you connect with your audience, your target audience, your specific community? And then for new people coming onto the app, they say there's 25,000 people each day that are coming onto the app that are new viewers, new people coming in. You said, oh, Glow. You said, hey, friend, you knew. You said, how do you get paid from going live? Well, Glow, let me say something, friend. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. You are a newer app, a newer account with 195 followers. You do have a grayed out box, so you are level 2. So you want to reinstate that by sending, either clicking and sending out the daily heart me, or sending out a rose or something. That way it'll come back active, because you'll have a blue box next to your name that'll show that you're an active creator in the live stream. So your bio says natural beauty lover, parabens free, and natural mascara, and then you have your website in there as well. Awesome, friend. Well, thank you for joining. So let me talk about how you asked the question of how to get paid. Thank you for the follow as well. You are gifted. So as you have engagement and gifting that happens in your live stream, that equates to rewards that you receive, well, diamonds that you receive, first of all, that translates into rewards that you receive, which is money. Okay. So as people are engaging, getting your daily heart me, sending the popular votes, those gifts, or sending gifts from your gift gallery or the gift box below, those coins that are sent from the gifting that happens, the live host gets a percentage. You don't get all of it. You get a percentage of it, and then that equates into TikTok giving you rewards for the diamonds you're collecting. So as you collect diamonds, you are monetizing. All right. So and so that comes from having a community, having supporters, having what's called a fan club. Hey, Unwritten Unstoppable. And so you can get paid that way. You can get paid by Unwritten Unstoppable flew in right now. The voice guru, hey, friend, hey, Carol. She just flew in. Those are called super fans. You can get paid from super fans too, because that is what's called a subscription. So you have subscribers, you have these super fans, you have the gifting that happens. You have campaigns people can participate in. So that's another way of getting your community to engage with different campaigns you have going on. So all that can result in monetizing. Getting paid from your live stream. If you win campaigns, you get paid that way as well. So it's just multiple ways to monetize, especially from the live stream. And actually, the live stream, I always say this: going live is one of the first ways to monetize on the TikTok app. So it just depends on your growth strategy and what you're trying to achieve in your live stream. That's how you can monetize and get paid from the live itself. And then obviously, how you doing, OMG? Obviously, if you have other services or products, TikTok shop products that maybe you're affiliate for, Money with Curls, how you doing, friend? So diamonds is what transfers to actual money. Yep, for the live stream. Yep, exactly. So that's exactly what it is. You're collecting diamonds, which translate into money. There's a feature. It's real time. You can see it when you swipe over from right to left, or you click the little house in the corner. That's where you can see your real time performance, and it has the Scale Live rewards there. It has a breakdown of what your status is for how many percentage that you're going to earn for this particular live, as well as it gives you rewards tips to say, okay, here's some things you want to pay attention to as you go live today. So, for me, it's like, oh, surpass your highest league. Um, this week I'll get a 3% bonus. It says get 2 more followers doing this live, I'll get a 0.5% bonus. So again, it breaks it down for you to show, okay, how you can hit those milestones and those missions, that's what they call them too, throughout the live stream. Yep. Just the diamonds. Just what do you mean just the diamonds? No, super fans is not necessarily collecting diamonds. You're collecting super fans, so it's not just the diamonds. If that's what you're asking about in terms of how you monetize, so it's not just the diamonds. Super fans is a slightly different way of calculating that. But you monetize with super fans. You get, I mean, you monetize with selling products as an affiliate. That's not diamonds either. So I'm trying to think other ways. But diamonds is for the live stream. The rewards and the diamonds you're collecting translate into rewards that you earn, which is money. Which is money. Okay. So let me just know if that makes sense. Yes, I check my analytics. Susan, I'm talking about the Scale Live rewards. So how many times have you gone live? How many times have you actually gone live? Got tiny money for my post. So posts, yes, you get paid off your posts too. I wasn't talking about the content side. I was just talking about the live side. I'm sort of proud of how selling on live is going. Is it? You said low key is good, ain't it? I love that. Yeah, the Halaku, you're so good at it too. And let me say this. Put it in the chat for me. What's your discount code for okra water so I can use that today? So I can order some more okra water. I'm out, so I need to order some more. But yeah, let me know what your discount code is. So, um, let me so yeah, so selling. You say, oh, it's just your name. Okay, okay, it's Holocu. All right. All right. What is it? What's the discount? Is it 5 or 10? What is it, friend? For the orders, because I'm sure using a discount code. So, um, but yeah, so hello, e-nurse. How you doing, friend? Others come in our room. Let me know if you have any other questions about how to monetize for your live. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. Like I said, TikTok paid 1.5 billion over 2025. You said I think 15. Oh, look at you. All right, all right, all right. I'll use your code then. All right, thank you, friend. Thank you, appreciate it. Um, so yeah, so Holly Q, she is so natural about it. She has, thank you for the populars. She's so natural about how she sells her okra water as well as her. I mean, you have multiple things that you have in your shopping cart that you'll pin, so that's awesome. What molecule? What Holocu? Holocu. You said molecule. I was like, wait a minute. What is she selling? She's selling, I don't have a can up here. I don't have an empty can. The okra water is a company on TikTok. They're a brand on TikTok. And so she has it in her TikTok shop, and it's a sparkling okra water, and they have, see, she's gonna sell it better. So they have pineapple infused, flavored okra water, and they're supposed to be coming out with some new flavors. I don't know if they've actually launched those yet, but they'll have a couple of the flavors that they're going to launch. But right now it's pineapple and a sparkling water. I like it. I think it's a great flavor. Soon we're going to get a 92% code. I'm trying to become, okay, a Black Girl Vitamins ambassador too. All right, look at you, friend. I love it. I asked because I got diamonds from the live last night. Yes, I'm sorry. You can get, so well, let me ask this. Susan, you went live yesterday or were you a guest? Did you go live yesterday? I don't know. Did you message me? Did you go live? I think you did message me and we talked. I'm so out of it. I think you did. You went live. Okay, yes. And I think we messaged in the inbox. Okay. So yes. So yes, you got diamonds because somebody came in and they either gifted, I'm assuming they gifted, they grabbed your daily heart me. They could have done that. You might have gotten them because yeah, gifting diamonds, gifting came from diamonds came from the gifting, whether it was the daily heart me, whether it's people supporting your gift gallery, they send a gift, maybe your live go. You said no, we didn't speak. You didn't put nothing in the inbox that said you went live. I think you inboxed me. I don't think I responded. I think you said you had done your first live. So, or maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. Might be. But no, I thought it was you, Susan. But let me know. I'll go back and look when I get done. So when you get gifting, you got diamonds from that. And you can swipe over and you can see how much you earn from that. So after you ended that live, they sent you an inbox message that was for the Skill Live rewards that spoke to what you earn. He said, no, not me. Okay, I'll go back and check. I was like, who am I referring to? Um, so but you did go live yesterday. So it's not you as a guest. You actually did go live. So when you went live, yeah, you got gifted. Okay. So you can also get gifted as a guest. That's where I was about to go with that. So you can also get gifted as a guest, even though you guys are viewers in my chat now. So you're currently everybody is a viewer. A guest is somebody who comes up in the box and we're having a conversation and they have a little coin in the top corner and that is showing how people have gifted them, how many coins they've gotten gifted. And TikTok takes a percentage as well. Question, did they change payout? Is it Monday? Is it Wednesday? Payout is Wednesday. I don't think it's changed to Monday. I don't think Superfan or TikTok Shop is Monday. I think everything is Wednesday. So yeah, you messaged me that you went live. You did. I remember that. I was like, I know we talked. Susan. Susan, you sent me a message first saying you went live, and I responded. I was about to say, I knew I responded. You're so funny, friend. You said the box, Mia. Is that it? The box? Um, so yeah, TikTok Shop is as it comes. Yeah, you're right, it's as it comes. Yeah. So nothing is Monday. Nothing is Monday. Everything is Wednesday. So yeah, TikTok Shop, you cash out. You have to cash it out. You have to be a little bit intentional about clicking your earnings and requesting to get that payout. Yep. You said I sent out a mass. I should thank you. Oh, okay. That wasn't just personally to me. I'm sorry. Okay. It came in my inbox. Okay. All right. I got you, friend. You said that went out to everybody. All right, friend. All right, friend. I got you. Um, so yeah, so you can know it just deposits as the orders are complete. Oh, you're saying from a seller perspective. That's what you're getting. OMG, that's from the seller side. From the creator side, we actually have to, we don't get paid. Yeah, from the seller side. Yeah. So OMG has her earrings and she's saying from the seller side, it gets paid out as it comes. From the affiliate side, you actually have to click earnings to cash out, as well as you don't get paid instantly. It's typically like a 31-day wait before those commissions will come in. And so it's a little bit of a lag that happens. Um, I was hoping that you come through. You was hoping I'd come through. I'm sorry. Okay. You said, okay, interesting. Yeah, we have to make sure, my understanding is that they make sure that first of all, the product is shipped out, that it's not returned, and like all that is factored into this turnaround time that we'll get the commission. So it doesn't happen until all that timeline has kind of gone through, has run its course, and then the affiliate can get paid. How you doing, Lisa? Thank you so much. All the things, yes, all the things. So yeah, so that's how that works. But you have to actually go in and click the earnings button to request the payout that you've accumulated for your TikTok shop. So I was on with one of the creators on the agency, and we had our one-on-one, and she asked, she was like, where can I find this? I can't find it anywhere. And when I showed her where it was, she was like, oh my gosh, she had like several $100s sitting over there because she hadn't done it all year. So any products that she had sold, any commissions, she hadn't cashed out. So it was really cute. She's like, oh my God, I got this money sitting over here. He said, nice. Exactly. She's like, okay. So yeah, so it's cute, but she didn't know where to get it, where to find it rather. Um, so definitely check it. It's not something you normally go to either. So if you are someone who have sold on TikTok and did anything with TikTok Shop, check to see your earnings under TikTok Shop and see if you have any money sitting over there. It's funny, my I think it was this account. It was somebody over here. I hadn't seen it because I was always paying attention to my shop side. So I was like late looking at the money over here. So now I check a little bit more regularly, but I hadn't checked, and it wasn't hundreds, but it was definitely like $60. So I was like, oh, okay, when I finally checked. But just know, you are getting commissions based on the sales for stuff that's in your showcase, things that you do live streaming, people purchase. So all that does accumulate. Okay, so so that's how you get paid. I know we digress. Being consistent adds up. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yep. Sure does. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let me know if there's any other questions. Like I said, I know we digress because the question asked about how you get paid, but there's several ways to get paid. And to be honest with you, you want to take advantage of all the different ways. You don't want to sit back and just have just your live stream being it. You want to have, like I said, the shop side. If you have subscriptions on your content side, if you have super fans, if you are, doing any of the campaigns and stuff, like all that adds up over time. So don't ignore those things. That's another way you could do it, and it just becomes additional passive income. Okay. All right. So other stats. So I talked about what I was recapping some 2025 stats that they shared. Told you there was 8 million people who were live streaming in the US. Okay, 8 million. All right. Of those 8 million, there's only, I'm gonna say only, but that's significant too. It's like 300,000 that are with agencies. Agencies have grown quite a bit from 800 last year to 2,000 this year. So they've grown that model as well. They paid out, I was saying this number, they paid out 1.5 billion earnings that people had gotten from going live essentially. So they had earned from the rewards program. And then they're saying there's like 25,000 new people who are signing up on TikTok every single day. So just kind of keep that in mind. Hey Lisa, how you doing, friend? TikTok is 65% of the market share when it comes to live streaming as well. So they are the top dog. They're number one. And they're still trying to keep that market share strong and maybe cannibalize some of the others that are out there. So they're trying their best to stay number one and continue to grow. So a lot of this is based on creators and thinking about growth opportunities for creators as well. They're really focusing this year. Thank you all coming in. Hey Charlene, how you doing, friend? Um, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here. They're really focusing on the growth of creators in a couple different ways. One of the niches, and I think Black Lotuses might be great news for you. Lisa, 2 times. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for being here. So one of the things that they're focusing on is just looking at ways that they can expand creators who are interested in music. That's like a growth opportunity. That's something they're really focusing on. Like, how do we expand the people who want to do music, whether it's the songwriters, the singers, the DJs. Thank you for the hanging lights. Appreciate that, Trisha T. So anyone who's into music in terms of what you're playing, we have the sound healers. They're in the music niche. I know Black Lotus, she sings and she plays music in her live stream. That happens quite a bit. So they're really interested in expanding the growth for musicians. And so just know if you're somebody who kind of falls into that, maybe by, I'm not going to say by default, but some of it is intentional, but maybe you're playing a lot of music in your live, you can actually get noted as a musician, artist. Okay, so there's a music vertical, and you can kind of become part of that. Thank you all who are joining the live. I see you all. I appreciate you. I'm talking about music and so one thing they just launched is the DJ Live Academy. So they're really trying to promote that as an initiative. So I want you guys, if you're interested in that, that is something you can see under your campaign settings. When you go live, check up here. It's actually here now. And so you're going to see that quite a bit, and you'll see some of the features of that particular program. So that is a program that they're really pushing right now. At the meeting, there was a QR code. I clicked it just to get more information about the music vertical, because I know there's several of you who are doing music to a certain extent. When I think about Pure, she's doing her sound healing. Wellness Girl is doing her sound healing. And then we have, like I said, Black Lotus, who does the singing in her live. There's a few others. Who else am I thinking of? There's a few others who play music quite a bit. I think E-Nurse, you consider music too, because you play the music in your voice lives. And so there's a few of you who are like in this category under that vertical. So I want to see what else is going to be offered for that. So I'm trying to be intentional to make sure I understand it a little bit more. And then if it is something you want to leverage, you can, okay, as part of being under the agency. So, but they do have that DJ Live Academy. So that's another way for you to understand how to grow in that vertical, and that and as a DJ, if that's something you're interested in. But also they'll have special gifts and a special badge. So that program has these other little perks that come with it, just for that particular um, music vertical. Okay. Good morning, Kim Love Jones. How you doing, Coach Chantel? Others coming into the room. Allison, how are you as well? Thank you for the populars to see you, friend. Thank you for the support. Um, so keep that in mind. So that is something that they're doing to really grow our musicians. And then they have another program. Hey, friend. They have another program, speaking of music, music. It says Music on Stage. That was kind of a challenge when you think about it. It's going to happen in quarter 3. It went under the radar a little bit because I think Live Fest was happening too at the same time. It kind of overlapped Live Fest this past year. They said this next year they're going to roll it out differently. So you're probably going to see a lot of information about music on stage. Okay. So again, I think this is really highlighting the DJs, the people who are really trying to make music a big part of their stream. So keep that in mind, okay? And if that's something you want to do, you're welcome to. So we'll get more information as time goes on. But if it's something you're interested in, definitely click the different campaigns and look into the music. What is it called? The music talent option too. So you can have that designation if you are in fact eligible. Okay. Um, so thank you for the populars. I see you all. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, I would appreciate it. Any repost or add into stories, we'll get some more friends in the room. Kim, thank you for the fireworks. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for that being the title gift of the fireworks. Appreciate the support. Thank you all for the repost. I appreciate that as well. So keep that in mind. So that's one initiative they talked about. The other initiative is kind of interesting because what they're wanting agencies to do. Thank you. How you doing, Coach Rhonda? So and I know we're not necessarily a battling agency. So I'm gonna start there with that caveat. So this is not something that we do. What they're trying to do though is make live streams higher production and higher quality. So you're seeing this elevation that's going to happen with a lot of live streams. Here with the lighting, with the sound, just the aesthetics. What they're trying to do also is bring that to the battling experience too. Okay, so I thought it was pretty cool because they gave some examples of this that they shared on the screen. But they gave some examples of how they have these entertainment style battles. And so they're really looking for agencies and people who sign up for these competitions, the matches, that they are trying to theme them a little bit more and make it a more of an entertaining experience for viewers. So not your traditional, okay, tap the screen, y'all, come on, 2 times. No, it's like, there's this interaction that's happening between you and your opponent. And maybe there's a theme that you guys are doing something really fun and creative as you guys are competing. So they're really trying to bring that entertainment experience to the battle experience. So they want more of that to happen. And I think they're going to look to create more incentives surrounding those type of campaigns that people are doing. Okay, so hey Leanne, how you doing, friend? Thank you all who are coming in. I see you all. I appreciate you all. I was just recapping some of the seminar stuff. Good morning, good morning. So those were like some things that they were talking about from like a creator perspective, so that again, people are really showing up in a way that they're excited to be here. They're doing stuff that's really out of the box for their viewers. They're trying to make this like a really fun and engaging experience. And they're looking at treating the matches that way as well. They want to bring that to the matches. So let me know if you guys have any questions about that. Like I said, I know we as an agency are still kind of getting our bearings when it comes to how much we do that, if we do it at all. So it's definitely something you want to think about if you want to create kind of a fun way to do your match, especially if you're in a niche that is very specific. I think about my culinary folks, my fitness folks, the the makeups makeup too. You could have a cute little makeup battle. And so there's different ways you can entertain your audience because they're there for your topic, but you can bring that to the live stream. If there's a fun way you can like get paired with an opponent, and the opponent doesn't have to be an agency obviously, but get paired with an opponent that you guys have this particular theme and approach that you're taking with your battle. That would be fun too. So I just want to put that out there because they are naming that as this entertainment style battles that they're looking to capitalize on that. And they want to look at top creators in their creative programming because they see this as a program. They see this as a production, so they want this to be more engagement that happens from your viewers, but they want you as a live host to think about what did you put into your production of your live stream. Okay, so that conversation is happening also, and they're trying to reward top producers in that way, top creators, and looking at how agencies can not kind of nominate people in their agency to make sure that they're recognized for their production too. Okay. Um, you said, what did I miss? You said you missed a lot. So I'm gonna recap because actually, it's probably a good time to start over. I'm gonna I'm probably not gonna tell everything. So yesterday I was at a webinar essentially for Creator Network. So there was a lot of things that they shared. It was like a summit that they shared about 2025 performance, and that's what I kind of shared in the beginning. I'm gonna recap that in a second. And then I was sharing some things they talked about from a creator initiatives that they're looking at too. I need to do a battle at least monthly or twice. Um, is that enough? Ooh, Coach Rhonda. Coach Rhonda, you actually are skipping slightly ahead because that's the third thing I was going to talk about. So, it's going to be up to you. I'm going to say that first and foremost. It's up to you. However, I'll figure something about that too. Yes. However, you said I will wait. However, you are getting to something in terms of performance and hitting milestones. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. So I want to talk about it also in the sense of, so obviously this meeting was about agencies' performance. So there is more to be said about things as we're going to 2026 this year. Agencies are going to be they're changing the metrics a little bit, so there's more things we need to pay attention to, and we want to make sure we're educating our creators on making sure that they're paying attention to their performance as well. And so there is milestones, and I've talked about this before, and I really don't harp on it as much because I always feel like our community is a community first, but also recognizing that we're all growing and building our viewership in our community as well. So to me, all that has to get factored in. Just like I didn't kind of harp on the leagues as much because all that is based on you building your community, you getting comfortable, you showing up more consistently, all the things that will help you get the exposure you need, but also help you become more comfortable in front of the camera and build your community too. So I didn't talk about it as much, but it is a metric that is there. It's the activeness metric that I have to pay attention to. And then you guys have rookie milestones that you should be paying attention to. And the way TikTok has it in your system, it doesn't track on a monthly basis. Let me say that differently. If you guys go and look at your overall achievements, you can see how many diamonds. We're always going to be talking about diamonds. So you can see how many diamonds you collected over the time you've been on TikTok. So that's how it's tracked. It tracks based on the entire time that you've been on TikTok, as opposed to on a monthly basis, and we're starting over each month. Now you can see it on a monthly basis. You know, when you go look at your analytics, you can look at your time for the month, the 28 days in most cases, that'll say how many you've collected. That number should be moving towards the different milestones. The first milestone is a 0.5 milestone, which is 100K in a month. The next one is the first milestone, the number one milestone, which is 200K in a month. And then the next one is milestone number 2, which is 500K in a month. So just keep that in mind. Those are metrics you want to pay attention to. We've had a few people. We've had quite a few people who have hit the 100K. Not the majority. Let me say that. Not the majority. We have not had the majority. So I recognize that we probably need to make that a goal at the forefront, so people recognize that to be a milestone they need to be striving for, so that you can no longer be a rookie. You could be a more experienced live host. Hey, Diana, thank you so much for the follow. So we want to get you guys to move up. So I want you guys to move the needle as well. Well, we probably need to put that milestone at the forefront. To put it at the forefront means that you're going to have to think of creative ways to increase your diamonds. Battling is a quick and easy one. And so you have agencies that make that part of their requirement because they want people to hit those milestones. I don't make it a requirement, but if you want to hit those milestones, that is a way to do it. Okay, so let me know if that makes sense to you. I wanna honor where people are at and stuff. So we'll move forward. I'm probably gonna do a mini campaign for Valentine's Day on. So my point is that I'm gonna launch something for just select people. There are people in the agency now that are really at a great little point that they could hit at least the 100K. So I want to make sure that we get maybe the top 25 or so people who are so close to it, and they'll get entered in a campaign to kind of push them to kind of do that. And it may include you doing some matches and other things to kind of get you moving, and we'll incentivize that. But I want you guys to start thinking, okay, how am I improving from month to month, and looking at those milestones also as part of your metrics that you're paying attention to. Okay. Please and best blessings. Thank you so much. Love Universified. Thank you, Kay. How you doing? Good morning, friend. Feel free to ask questions, you all. You know I will always answer questions. So let me know if there's any questions. Does that make sense? You said, how do I need to get into the campaign now that I'm in the program? Kay, do me a favor. Are you in here? You're not. You're not in there because I think I launched the campaign. I have to add you manually. Thank you for reminding me, friend. You and our last 4 people who joined the agency. I need to add all of you manually. That's what I had to do last month. So yeah, thank you for reminding me, friend. I will do it today. You'll get it added today. You'll see it. Now you're a little behind for this campaign, but I will definitely add you manually. Okay. Okay. Let me put add to Love and Hustle Fed campaign. Okay, I just put myself a note, friend. Thank you for reminding me that. So Trinana, how you doing? Black Lotus, you said, well, let me find a man in here so he can send me lions, tigers, and bears. Hey, you find him for me too, okay? Find him for both of us. Why not? Don't be selfish. He said, find him for all of us, huh? He said, let's work together on this. Exactly. You said we're a community. So hopefully that makes sense, you all. I appreciate. Let me know if there's any other questions. Nah, I can't find y'all no man. I'm sorry, but hopefully we'll all win. You all think I'm playing? I know. Let's work together. But let me know if that makes sense, guys. I want to make sure I'm explaining things. We could talk about it quite a bit. We can do kind of. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate you. We can have that good old mask off conversation on our Zoom on Sunday. We could talk about it quite a bit and just make sure everybody feels at peace. We did start off with a little bit of an epic conversation, but we can definitely go a little deeper there too. I'm telling y'all, I used to be a matchmaker in another life. Really? I could see that, Holly Cute. I could see that. You're good. I could see people. I could see people saying, "Okay, I trust Holly Q's instincts here." I could see that. It's like, okay, she could find me a man. I could see that. Yeah. I trust your instincts, friend. You said when I used that about a man in a meeting of essence, they said, "Why not buy it for self?" Oh wow. I think I know what makes a good match. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think you have some good instincts. Yep. Yep. Was mind blowing to my younger self. Really, really. Wow. So, so that was another conversation that came up in the agency. So let me recap because I know some of you guys just came in. Some new friends. New friends. Welcome to the room. I am Dr. Lisa. I'm a creative network agency. I'm happy to meet you all. If you are new, put new in the chat. I know we got a lot of friends who are not new, who have been with us for a minute. If you have been with us for a minute and just haven't been here lately, say hello as well. So I usually offer tips and strategies for going live. That's what I mainly talk about as an agency. That's a free program. You're welcome to join that if you are going live. Okay, so you have to be a live host to join it, and you have to make sure that you continue to go live. So um, let me know if there's any questions. I always answer questions, even if they're small questions. It doesn't matter. So whatever is coming up, feel free to ask. Let me recap because there was a meeting yesterday for agencies that I participated in. So the information I'm sharing came from that. And like I said in our Zoom, I'll recap it and talk about it a little bit more. So today, I'll probably talk about it today with the thinking that I'll save much of the conversation so we can like really do a deeper dive on Sunday when we have our Zoom conversation. So you guys can really ask questions. I'm not going to talk all about the agency's metrics and performance stuff that I have to hear on live. I'll wait for Zoom for a lot of those details. But just know, and I've already teased this and talked about it a little bit, there are some things I'm going to have to think about differently. But I want to do it in a way that still uplifts and honors creators, all of you all, because I know our approach is very much that we're new, we're still growing, we're still building. So I don't want you guys to feel like this is something that doesn't honor what you're doing in your live stream, and hopefully it complements. Okay, so that's what I want this to be. I don't want it to feel like, oh my gosh, this is taxing me to the point that I can't continue. They are so. Thank you so much, Roger, for being here. You said no pressure. That's how I feel. No pressure. No pressure. You should not feel pressured. However, they are paying attention to how people who people who are in agencies. The notion is that you are um, kind of a select group. I just gave you the metric, the numbers earlier, that there's 8 million people who go live in the US. 8 million is their numbers. They've had 8 million people go live. Um, 300,000 of those are in agencies. So you guys are an elite group that are with an agency that are getting a little bit more coaching and support and guidance. The thought is that you want to be here, you want to grow, you want to be kind of the premier of the platform, the premier lives and stuff. And so the goal is that we grow in that way. Hold on one second. We got my little troll friend coming in. It's getting blocked though. Um, so so that's a big piece of it. Thank you so much. I see you said nice. Hey, Miss Screw, thank you for the community gift. I appreciate that as well, friend. So the goal is that we want to see you grow. I want you all to grow, but at the same time, it is going to require you to think differently about your live streams, how to elevate them, and then, like I said, how are you meeting those milestones? And, let's be real. At the end of the day, this is a business. This is TikTok's business. And so they want people who are going to produce, essentially, and want to be here to grow their business in this way. And so that's what's happening. Thank you so much for that daily heart me. Thank you for the follow, friend. I see you as a El Mimi. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you, Sultry Nana. So the agency guides people? Yes. Yes. Yes, Susan. Yeah. We have a school platform. There's some resources over there for you. We do our weekly meetings. I come here twice a day to go live and I answer questions and support. So, yeah, there's a lot of support that's happening. Um, and then I do one on ones too. So, yeah, so all that happens for you all. So just know that's the goal. Guidance. You say yes, bigly. Yes. Yeah, so and then we're learning. We're always learning and growing from each other too. I have to admit, thank you, Voice Guru. Appreciate you. I have to admit, a lot of times you guys are the reason. Vibranium, how are you, friend? You are the reason too. Like you guys hear stuff, y'all have your ears on the ground. Y'all like, look here, doc. Here's what I heard. We come back and he's like, okay, let me check, let me look into that. And we're learning from each other. And then there's some of you guys who are seeing things that are happening in your live stream and giving tips and strategies to what you've seen and what you've experienced. Flourish has talked about that. Haliku has talked about some things she's experienced. And so just know that we're a community. So in that way, I still want to honor and uplift that piece of it. I don't want that to go away. But I think we're now we over 6 months old. Okay. We almost closer to a year than not. And so now we have to figure out how do we grow as well and how do we think intentionally about what we're doing here. Because we've gotten through the early stages of this and now we're in the mid tier, mid level. So Doc, more emphasis on entertainment and higher quality visual audios on your live. Yes. And when I say entertainment, not necessarily laugh and giggles. No, I'm not saying that. Well, let me take that back. I do think the music lives is part of that entertainment piece. I do agree with that. Although the way they worded it, they almost said it like in a way like, you know what? They wanted to honor the original um the original purpose of TikTok was to support the music and the artists and the dancers because that's how this started. This was called Musically. So they're trying to make sure they honor how they started. And then now they're making sure that they're putting a little bit more emphasis into that because I think also from a viewership perspective, they've noticed growth in people going to those type of lives, enjoying those experiences with the music and the dancing and also supporting those type of lives. So they've noticed the growth there. Okay, so it is a growth opportunity for them. From a gaming perspective, gaming, I mean, that's another area that they've talked about focusing a little bit more time and effort into and seeing some growth there. Obviously, they want to compete with like Twitch and just kind of cannibalize some of that competition. Hey, Dr. Johnson, how you doing, friend? So I think that's a little bit of it. I think there's also the concept of battling. Battling is not going anywhere. Battling for TikTok is a staple in the sense that that's the one time people are gifting at a level that they don't normally gift at. So they're gonna look at that as a way to kind of elevate that a little bit. And so what does it mean to make those more entertaining for people as well? And it's not just you're hearing somebody say tap the screen, share the live, do this, do that, but now you're having this fun experience and you're part of that community. So oh baby, oh I'm sorry to hear he's sick too. Oh my gosh. So hopefully he feels better. Just stopping by. Oh, hey, Dr. Johnson, I see you, friend. Continue being great. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much. You too. Back at you. Your lives are my favorite class. Oh, Val, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Your live is your live. You guys are so sweet. I'm catching up on comments. Thank you so much. Thank you for the populars. Hopefully your son is feeling better, Cam. Hopefully he gets better soon. So, Miss, are you giving us a Valentine's Day party? We are doing. We're gonna have a Valentine's Day campaign that's gonna launch. Okay, all right. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a party. It just depends on how y'all show up for the party. So, and guess what, Black Lotus, you're gonna be part of the party. Now that I think about it, because you're gonna be in my top list. So yes, I love that. You said a Valentine's Day party. Thank you for the stickers. I see the Community Fest. Thank you so much. And the populars, you all. Ego, principle, and looks pretty make the battle. Thanks for bringing transformative energy and understanding. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, friend. Passionate purpose, growth, and meaningful connections. I love it. Thank you for that compliment. Appreciate it, friend. You said, battle ready here. Just want it. All right, social data. You said I'm ready for a battle. You battle every day, though, friend. I love it. You said I built Legos this weekend and got accepted for TikTok Live Studio. Wow. We'll explore that next weekend. Awesome. Val, in the meantime, Lee Ann is in the room. She has been our resident live studio person. So definitely visit her live. She does Legos as well in her live. So definitely visit her live. She does art drawing, beginner art lessons right now. But she would be a great person to kind of chat with and just get a sense of how she has her setup. She answers questions all the time. I'm not playing with you, Dr. Lisa. I'm not going up in no boxes. You did it. You did it 5 times. You did it already. Black Lotus. You did it. So it ain't no different. It's the same thing. You said, I'm not playing with you. Anti B-Day party. You said anti. Nice. Oh, yes. I was watching her. Okay. Um, what is it? Leno cuts last night. Oh, what's that? What's that? Is that something you do? Leanne, what's that, friend? You said she the best. Calic, hi, new here. How you doing, Calic? Is Shelby Warren? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you both. Married Kiss Chaos Reels that you can relate to. I love it. Well, welcome to the room. Let me know if you have questions. Welcome. Oh my God, I did. I did. Okay, okay. You forgot. We got you on camera, friend. We got you. Couples content and daily humor. Love it. Do you go live? We talk all things live streaming. Welcome to the room, friend. As you can see, people are welcoming you. Here to make people smile. I love that. I love it. Luno cuts for printmaking. Okay, okay. See, you know I'm no artist, y'all. I have no clue. No clue. I am not an artist. I apologize. So I should have known that, I guess. Artistry project Leanne was working on. Okay, yes. I was carving last. See, I understand carving. Don't use technical terms. Carving, I can get. I appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, so Val knows Leanne, so that's good. So definitely connect with her. So yeah, so what I was recapping, just so that you guys know. Thank you all for who are here, and like I said, my newbies, I appreciate it when you guys say hello, because sometimes I don't catch it, so I want to make sure you guys feel seen and heard. So if you have any questions, feel free to chime in. And those who have come back and haven't been here for a while, so welcome back. Let me know if you have any questions as well. Um, and then my returners, I love all y'all. So just ask, ask or tell me. So what I was doing, I was recapping a webinar that I participated in, and it's for agencies, and it was really helping us understand what happened in 2025. So they gave some stats, they gave some numbers. I'm going to share that information, and then they kind of share some stuff from an agency perspective, some things we need to do and think about. And then they gave some things that they're also talking about from a creator perspective too. And that's when I talked about the music lives and the entertainment lives with the battles. And then obviously taking that information and what does it mean for our agency. And so taking all that in consideration. We'll talk about that as we go over the next couple of days, and definitely we'll kind of do a real mask off conversation on Zoom But ultimately, what I'm saying is that we'll probably do some more campaigns just to make sure you guys are hitting your milestones that you need to do, as well as just making sure I'm bringing things to the forefront so that you guys can do it in a way that is uplifting, is based, is hopefully encouraging you guys to continue to grow and build your community. So that's the ultimate goal. And then as time goes on, we probably will have some more requirements in terms of go live requirements. So that'll probably be the biggest thing that we'll have to think about moving into the renewal period. So we'll look at that. We'll try to get through March, April, and May before we start getting through the renewal phase. So that and I'll keep you posted if that has to change in any way. But for the most part, I'm trying to push that off into the next year of going live, so that or the next contract year rather, so that it's not too far away from what we've been doing. Many of you guys fulfill even the requirements I'm thinking in terms of going live 2 to 3 times a week, just making sure that this is something that you're doing on a more consistent basis. So that's what I'm talking about. Those who aren't doing that yet, you're getting there. You are getting there, and you're going to get there. So it'll be totally fine. It won't be something that's totally out of your comfort zone. So and that's the goal. You want to ease into something, and then you can decide on if it's something you want to continue to do. The goal is that you're doing it, you're building your community, and you're growing in a way that feels natural, and it's something that you want to continue to do because maybe it's driving in additional passive income, or it's for your business. It's the things that are still part of your core for why you're here. It's your why. Okay. So I want you guys to feel like this is something you want to continue to do. I've gotten discouraged with going live. Have you? Let's talk, because I know you were dealing with the restrictions. So yeah, let's talk. And content disclosure, is that the thing about it? Like content disclosure, audience control. You have those on, but do you have them on all the time? I know the restrictions are challenging. It really is. So you just got to be mindful of that. Thank you so much, friend. They are challenging. So what we're learning, and this is what I kind of brought here. If you guys go in my bio, I don't have my link in bio anymore. I took it out. I moved it to the agency page. So the agency page has it there. Um, there's the whole conversation about using Service Plus as another way to communicate to your audience. Restrictions are challenging and frustrating, I know, friend. Well, let's do this, Love Petals. If you wanna, let's schedule a one-on-one and look at your live performance and just kind of like talk through a plan and strategy. Okay, so that way, hopefully, it doesn't continue to happen. Um, but I know a lot of it is trial and error in terms of what type of restriction you're getting. If you're getting that one pushing people off the platform, you don't have on the audience control or the content disclosure, and there's a link in the bio, and all that stuff. I think all that is factoring in. Yeah. You said, okay, sounds good. Do you know how to schedule the one-on-one? It's out there in the school platform, so you could pick a day and time that's convenient for you. I think I have a total of 3 weeks that are out there. So pick a time that's convenient. All right, friends. Let's see. Let me recap a little bit. I do have a hard stop at noon because I'm supposed to be meeting with Luna, so I do have a hard stop at noon. So I'm gonna chat for another 18 minutes. So I'm not gonna be on the entire time. So I have to make sure I'm at my meeting. But let me know if there's any questions in the meantime. So let me do a quick recap for you all. So I'm just looking at what time it was. Okay. So, real quick, something I wanted to share was that I started off by saying TikTok had 8 million people go live in 2025. It was like a lot of people who had gone live over the course of the year. Um, and so, what they were really excited about, these are active creators that are going live. And so, what they were excited about is that, this is something that has really grown for them. They're 65% of the market share when it comes to the live streaming platforms compared to Twitch, the YT, FB, all those platforms that are out there, and obviously some of the smaller ones too that have smaller market share too. But out of all those, they're 65%, so they're the majority. Okay. Am I eligible for one-on-one regularly on my first live? Um, Susan, you need to officially join the agency. Once you officially join the agency, you are. And so the one-on-ones is based on your performance. It's called a TikTok Live Performance Review, 30-minute meeting. And then it also is based on you going live. So you would have to make the commitment to go live regularly, as well as make sure you have full access. So you've done those first 3 lives to get full access to the live features, and then officially apply to the agency. If you want to go on the website, it's the link in bio on this page here. So let me pin this for you. Okay. So if you want to go over there, anybody who wants to go over there, follow that account, and you can go over there, and then in the profile, you'll see the applications, the first thing. I've got to do 2 more lives. Okay, perfect, friend. And so go over there and apply. And that's how you officially apply, and join the agency. Okay. Once you apply, TikTok will review to make sure you're not currently with an agency. It's 1 Creator Network agency per person. For 1 account, you can have agencies on multiple accounts. It's just 1 account that you have. You can't, it's only for the US and Canada, so you have to be in the US and Canada for my agency. You can't be under restriction or violation at the time you're applying, so you have to make sure your account is good, in good standing. And then also, you can't have made too much money, like $5,000 over the last 5 months is too much money. Okay, so you got to make sure you're eligible in those ways. And then once you're eligible, I can send an invite. You apply, then I can send you an invite if you do meet the criteria. And then with that, you'll join my database because you're going to complete my contact form. And then you can join my school platform to get access and to that community as well. So all that will play into it. All right, so, but let me know if there's any questions about that. But the first step is to go to the agencies page, and I'm going to do more content over there. I got to do better. Got to do better, more content over there too. So okay, so what I was about to say. So TikTok has a large market share. They said 25,000 creators each day is joining TikTok. So they still have a lot of people coming to TikTok. Within the agencies themselves, they had 800 last year. This year they have 2,000, and of those 2,000, there's 300,000. Thank you. That was super cute. Thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. The love glasses. I missed it before. You have to nod your head down so the glasses fall. So, I appreciate that, friend. I need to get into the gift box to send out some of those gifts. I love how you have the gifts. That one came, they sent it yesterday, so I realized I had it sitting up on my head, so I realized I had to knock them down. So knock my head. That was super cute. That was super cute. It was. You said I had never seen it. It was cute. So, so back to my stats. So the stats, 300,000 people are with agencies. So what I said earlier is that you guys are an elite group of people. I'm just going to say that. If you are accepted and can participate in an agency, you are amongst an elite group of people. There are a lot of people on this app that cannot join. I'm just going to say that. You guys know I've had people in here and they weren't eligible. So just know you're an elite group. You got to keep your account in good standing, and you get the protection and support from an agency. But again, that's part of why they have these agencies, because they want to see this group of people grow and perform and do well with their stream. So that's going to be really important. Hey, Flores, I saw you coming in. Hey, friend. So I was recapping from my meeting yesterday, and for agencies. So really quickly, 8 million people, active creators going live, on TikTok. Of that 8,300,000 are with agencies. Um, of that, 25,000 a day are joining agencies. TikTok has 65% market share of the live streaming communities out there, which which is, we talked about this in the beginning of the live, which is why they're not concerned about Epic either. They're not. They're not. That's they didn't talk about them. They didn't talk about them, but they're not concerned. They're not concerned. Um, I don't know if anything's being done behind closed doors. I doubt it. I don't know. They didn't make it sound like it was. What is an agency, by the way? Hi, how you doing, Shelly? Thank you so much for being here. Give me 1 second, Shelly. You said, Shelly, you don't have a bio. How are you, Shelly? I'm gonna give you some homework. We got to put some words in that bio so you can, so we can know who you are, but also TikTok knows who you are. Okay, so that's the way you want to optimize your profile. Susan, you said, does TikTok charge to join the agency? It's a free program. It's free. So it's based on, we talked about it earlier in terms of how you monetize on this app, how you get rewards. Remember, we talked about the diamonds you're collecting. TikTok does not give you all those diamonds. TikTok takes a cut of their cut. They pay the agencies with their cut. So TikTok pays you, they pay themselves, and then they pay the agencies. So that's how it works. So it's through the Scale Live Rewards program. Yes. You said, oh, they didn't pull out the create a bio sticker. Thank you, Dr. Michelle. You said, I have one. Oh, we can't see it. So you're a private account? You have your privacy setting on. We can't see it in your profile right now. You said homework. You said good price. Free. Free. Yes. Free is a good price. Yes. Um, yes. You said I see it. Yeah, but we don't. We don't. It's like, well, I think you see it. Am I missing something? No, no, we don't see it, friend. Yeah. Yes, go to your private settings. So go on your profile, click the three lines, the hamburger lines, those three lines in the top right corner, and then scroll down to settings and privacy. And under, I think it's under privacy. I don't think it's under settings. I mean account. It's either going to be under account or privacy. I think it's under privacy. Click there, and there's a way you could turn off your account being private so that you can show your bio. So right now you have it where it's selective for people, that you have to select people to follow you back and all the things. So you have some privacy protections in place, which is fine. I tell people all the time though, if you're on an app like this, you want to grow, you want to build community. And so you're making it a slower growth by being private. Okay. Original, how you doing, friend? Just booked my one-on-one. Okay. Awesome. All right, love puddles. I appreciate that. You said so. Yeah. So that's there for you all. I'm gonna be sure to recap a lot of this in our 4 p.m. conversation as well. Dr. Lisa, how can I see my live from yesterday? When you go to your profile page, on your profile page, you're gonna click TikTok Studio on your profile page. Once you click TikTok Studio, you'll see post and you'll see live at the top. Click the live side. Scroll down to tools and resources, and there's under tools and resources towards the bottom is live recordings. It's the first one. You should see a box for that. You said, what is a community? Okay, you asked me what was an agency, what was a community. Let me answer both those questions. I'm sorry, friend. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. Kimmy, thank you for the follow. I see you, friend. Thank you so much. Ooh, okay, yes. So your live recordings, you get to see your recordings for the last 30 days. Okay. So agencies are TikTok's way of creating support for creators that are going live. So if you go live, and so let me ask this, Shelly, do you go live at all? Let me know what's your live schedule and if you do go live. And Kimmy, let me know if you go live as well. Anybody else who's new to the room, feel free to let me know if you go live. And then my live hosts, who's going live, because I'm going to jump off shortly so people can see it. Who's going live, put your live time zone, and topic in the chat so we can see it. Oh, Shelly, you got a lot of questions. Shelly's like, what is this? New to TikTok, thinking about going live. Okay, Kivy. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I do have a hard stop at noon, so I'm going to be able to talk for maybe another 5 to 8 minutes. But with that, I come back at 4 o'clock. So I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. So you catch my 10 o'clock live, and then I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern. So twice a day. So if I don't know if I'm going to give you the thorough answer you deserve, Shelly. So if you can come back, I'm happy to answer questions. Um, and make sure you're going to get all the information you need so that you can, you know, understand this process, understand TikTok. So I'm happy to answer that. But to answer your question in general, an agencies, why go live? What does it do? You know, one of the things they talked about at the meeting, which I thought was really good, they talked about the archetype of a live host. Archetype meaning that who are the types of people that are doing this. And that goes back to, I tell people, what's your why? You know, you said what meeting? I went to a meeting yesterday, Shelly. I went to an agency meeting. She said, what meeting? Went to a meeting yesterday. So they talked about, you said go live Monday through Friday, 11 Central, daily tarot readings. Love that. TikTok has a meeting for agencies. It was for agency owners. That's what it was for. Yeah, TikTok had a meeting for agency owners. But they do have meetings for creators too. So once you start signing up for different events that they have in your system notifications, you can get invited to different meetings that they host. Yeah. Definitely based on what you're clicking around in the app. They have stuff all the time that they have available. So they talked about the archetype of a live host. One being the person who's motivated by additional income. You know, you're looking to make more money. That's your main motivation. You have that person who goes live, and that's what they're focused on. And you could be more than one. Don't get me wrong. You can be a person who wants the money, but also wants to build community. That's another one, building community. You could be the person who wants the fame and build a community and the money. So, but you know, the fame is also, there's people who are, like I said, the singers, the dancers, who's looking to make it big and get that breakout opportunity. So they're using TikTok in that way. And then there's people who want to master, and master meaning that you're looking to understand the app, understand the social media platform, understand branding, affiliate marketing, all the different things to kind of help you with your digital presence, your digital marketing presence. So that's a different type of person too. And you go live for that. You said, how do you get the money? What money? Where? Shelby, you coming back at 4. Oh, Shelly, I'm sorry, Shelly. Shelly, come back at 4 because you got questions. I have answers. I don't know if I'm able to answer all your questions right now, though. So, so there's money to be made. We talked about this earlier. When you go live, you're as a live host, you're collecting diamonds because of the gifts. You're like, I got so many questions. It's a lot. It's a lot, friend. But as you do it, it gets easier. And with the right coaching, training, being in the right rooms, connecting with the right people, you'll pick it up fairly quickly. I mean, you got to be a student. You got to learn and read around and all the other things that's here, but you'll pick it up quickly. Doc can totally answer all your questions. I know I can answer all your questions. She was like, money? Where? When? Who? So, but yes, friend, there is money. um, with that, you gotta build community though. You gotta build community. You gotta have a topic. You gotta understand how to go live. You gotta be consistent. Consistency and engagement. You gotta engage with your audience, just like I'm answering your questions and chatting with you all. So you gotta do all that so that you can start growing. That's gonna be, there we go, Dr. Michelle. Look at you, friend. You said I got a sticker for that. Consistency and engagement. So yeah, so back to the meeting real quick. So the meeting we had, they talked about the growth opportunity here. They talked about making sure creators, obviously you all who are in the agency are elite, you're special, Not everybody can join an agency. Not everybody has the ability to join because of their account status and what's happened, or the just the interest. You just don't want to do it, and so because of that, they're not necessarily going to have the same opportunities. And so just recognize that those people don't have the same advantage as you do. So you guys have a special advantage. What do agencies do? Is this part of TikTok? It is part of TikTok. It's a TikTok program, friend. I love going live now. It's just ensuring I can fit the time in during my day. Yes. Yeah, you got to figure out your schedule. That's the thing about it. Figuring out a schedule that can work for you. It took me a little, well, let me take that back. I was a little fortunate because the way I was still working at the time, the way my work schedule allowed me to manage my calendar, I was able to block that time and do it. And then my work day would end kind of early-ish. I can manipulate my day so that I was able to end at 4, and that's how the 4 o'clock time started. Because my son was still at daycare. He was in daycare at that time. He was still at daycare. My husband was technically just getting home from work, but he was going to do his walk and doing his own me time stuff. And then and I was able to go live. And I started off going live for about an hour as I was slowly increasing my time a little bit. But I was going first, I started off like 30 minutes, and then it was 45 minutes, then it was an hour. So I had that 4 o'clock time frame that was blocked for that. And then I got to 90 minutes, then 2 hours. So then I was going from 4 to 6. And I still kind of operate between 4 and 6. But yeah, so you'll figure out what works for you, but I would say find a schedule sooner than later because your audience will show up. They're looking for you. They're depending on you to be there, and um, that's how you build the fan club, the community, because you're showing up and you're being consistent. Okay, so try your best to do that early, so that again you can start getting those staple people to come and support you. What does live do? That's our time. What do you get out of that? Yeah, it's really about building community for me. It's about like I said, it's those 4 types of reasons why people would do it: for the income, for the fame, to build community, mastery. Mastery is probably another thing that was motivating for me. Yeah, so um, late afternoons and evenings are starting to be my sweet spot. Is it? Okay, there you go. What is a fan club? What income? You get monetized based on the gifts. When people are sending you gifts, TikTok takes a percentage. You get a percentage. So the gifts here and my goal, there is gifts in the gift box. There is gifts in the gift gallery. All those things are ways that viewers like you, Shelby, can send gifts. You can. Why do I keep saying Shelby? I don't know why that other L to me it seemed like it should be a B, but Shelly. Um, and so with that, that's how it happens. I do need to go to my 12 o'clock meeting. I'm going to be back at 4. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. We'll recap some of this stuff. I will talk a little bit more about um, agency stuff for the future. Mastery for sure. Being alive is supercharging my network and podcasting. Me too, friend. I love that. I agree. I agree. Thanks, Doc. Thank you. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Shelly, come back. I love your questions, friend. Your questions is the questions that fuel the reason my why. Answering those type of questions. So feel free to come back, friend. Gotta go jump on my live stream. Have an awesome day, everyone. Good luck on your lives. Appreciate you all. Thank you all. Please send me the campaign. Okay, got you. Yes, love and hustle campaign is what you're talking about. I'm gonna sign you up, friend. So you'll get about 1 o'clock. So in the next hour, because once I do this meeting, I'm gonna jump on my Zoom right now. But you'll get about 1, okay? So I will put you in. So it'll definitely be there for you tonight. So you'll have it. All right. Take care, friends. Appreciate you all. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all here. I gotta go. Bye. See y'all later.